Hello, welcome back to another brand new review where I am revisiting the Cornetto trilogy this month because it's been a while. And of course, if you're starting the Cornetto trilogy, I mean, you can start it at any point, but I'm obviously going to start with the very first one, that being Shaun of the Dead, directed by Edgar Wright. And this movie it still holds up. I just finished my rewatch of it for the hour and a half that it was, and it still holds up. And I actually managed to learn something new that I didn't know in relation to this movie. So, what is Shaun of the Dead about? Well, it's a romantic comedy with zombies. It's not a zombie rom-com. It's literally your bog standard romantic comedy that just so happens to have zombies. And it's all based around main character Shaun, who is 29 and is going nowhere with his life. He still hangs around with a loser friend who smokes weed, doesn't have a job, and the living area where he lives with not only his friend Ed, who I'm talking about, as well as a third friend known as Pete, who I believe works in sales or something because he wears a suit, and so he has obviously a higher up job type of thing. And they all live in the one place, and Ed is the one who messes it up, does nothing, stays in, plays video games all day. You know, standard what you would expect, in a comedy type of situation. And it just so happens that as well he's with his girlfriend of 3 years and they do nothing except for hang around a particular pub. And that's it. That's all they've done for the 3 years. And yeah, so Shaun and his girlfriend Liz end up breaking up. And not long after they break up, literally the very next day, is a zombie apocalypse. And you notice all these things, when you pay attention to the different news cycles and all of that. It's there in the background that it's happening in the first, the full day that we see, because we meet them. We see the movie starts at night, um, and then it's the next day that as Shaun's getting out of bed, going to the shop around the corner. You hear all these things, radios and uh, stuff of what's actually happening, with the zombie outbreak. And fun fact, the because you see it in the first long take when Shaun goes into the shop, when he reaches for the Diet Coke, but he puts it back and grabs a regular Coke. You see a groomsman behind him. Either he's the guy who's getting married or he's in the wedding party. But we see him later on, after his second trip to that shop after the zombie apocalypse has happened, and he's missing an arm. But fun fact, the actor who plays this person is actually missing an arm in real life. And so they frame it so you don't know that. Like, you'll only ever see the arm that he has, or it's when he's standing behind Shaun when he's paying for the Coke. It's framed so you don't see the missing arm until that reveal. The day of the Z Day, as they later refer to it as. And stuff happens. Stuff happens. He Once they figure out what's going on, Shaun devises a plan to get his mother, who is played by the same actress who was in Doctor Who played Harriet Jones, and kill his stepdad, who's played by Bill Nye, and go get his ex and go back to the Winchester, the pub that they were in, and wait for the whole thing to blow over. And they do that, only to survive by the end, which is Shaun and is. Another thing as well, when you see like a big crowd of zombie extras, if memory serves correct, they are all fans of, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost's TV show that they done in the early 2000s called Spaced. They were looking for, when they're filming this, they're looking for extras to play zombies. They posted about it on one of the Spaced message boards back when they were still popular in the early 2000s, when the internet was still in its infancy. And I think they all got paid £1 just to be in it, because legally they had to pay the extra something, and so they paid them £1. But one thing that I learned, that's just kind of a niche thing for me. It's nothing major about the movie, but the actor who plays David, who Shaun refers to, who basically tells him to get fucked 4 eyes, after Liz breaks up with him in the first 10-15 minutes of the movie. The actor who plays David is from my town. Not only that, where he went to school is literally a 15-minute walk from my house. He went to St. Patrick's Classical School in Navan, which is where I live, and it's a 15-minute walk from me. So that's a nice little thing to know, because and that he was around, like he grew up in around the same time as the famous Irish comedian Tommy Tiernan. The two of them went to school, and so on and so forth. So it's just, something that I learned about this movie that makes me like it a bit more, knowing that one of the actors is born and raised in my hometown. But yeah, like I said, it holds up. The movie still holds up. And another bit of trivia that I have, that I just remembered, because I'm trying to remember the trivia that I know without having it written down. The scene where they are hitting the owner of the bar, with the pool cues in timed with the Queen song. They couldn't actually have the song playing on set during recording, so because it messed with the audio on that. So what they did do for Shaun, Nick, and the actress who plays Shaun's girlfriend, they all have earpieces in, listening to the song, so they can make sure that they get it down to the beat, and yeah, that's all the interesting facts that I know about the movie. But yeah, like I was saying, it holds up. It really does hold up. It's not my personal favorite of the Cornetto trilogy. That is Hot Fuzz, which I have my list here. I'll be reviewing Hot Fuzz on the 21st. But yeah, so still holds up. Really does hold up. Not much, I don't have anything bad to say about it. Another thing, again, I'm just remembering these. This is why I should write some of this stuff down. I am holding a pen and all that. But no, one thing that I didn't know was that Matt Lucas was in this. He plays Cousin Tom, I believe is the character he plays. And I didn't recognize that as Matt Lucas for years until somebody pointed it out to me. So, yeah, that's going to wrap up this review. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you thought of Shaun of the Dead in the comments down below. And, like, I'm going to refer back to this to see what's coming out next. The next review, which will be on the 12th, I don't know exactly what day that falls on, but the 12th is going to be my Star Trek 6 review. We're wrapping up the original series movies, moving on to The Undiscovered Country, which is one I'm looking forward to, because I've only ever seen it the once. So anyway, I'm rambling here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all on the next video.